Alright, True Geordie back again with another fight-related video involving Logan Paul and KSI. Who'd have thunk it? Oh, you've got to milk it while it lasts, people, honestly. I'll be back to Conor McGregor and fucking football soon, so just, chill out. Logan Paul fighting in the UFC. Is this a parallel universe, or could this actually fucking happen? I had a conversation with Brendan Schaub in the DMs recently where I was talking to him about why I think that JJ versus Logan is good for fighting in general and why they were brave to take on the challenge they did and how a success it is. The point is, he recently said on his show that Logan could sign for the UFC. Now, the MMA world went mental after this. Darren Till comes out saying, don't embarrass our sport. Like, fuck off, you're not welcome here. Michael Chiesa came out and said you have to fight Cyborg, the female champion, if you want to actually get in the UFC.
Is that insulting to her?
He shouldn't have said that because Logan would kill Cyborg. No offense to the woman, like, she's a beast. But anyway, Sage Northcutt, who's probably a similar size and shape to Logan, maybe a bit smaller, said he wanted to fight him. Sage is a genuine fucking killer, to be fair. He's a hell of a young fighter, and I don't think that Logan should be starting at that point. And Tyrone Woodley, the welterweight champion, came out and said he didn't think Logan could beat CM Punk recently. We'll get onto that in a minute. Why Logan to the UFC makes sense. The dude just sold the same amount of pay-per-views as George St. Pierre's last fight. The UFC have taken on a lot less skilled fighters than Logan Paul in the past, who couldn't deliver those numbers. Why the fuck wouldn't they be interested? Of course they will. Logan is a Division I wrestler. He was top 5 in Ohio State. The guy's learning how to box, looked pretty good in his first boxing fight. Is he a pro? Obviously not. But there's things to work with there, generally. And once again, CM Punk. I'm sorry, the bloke was a bag of shit. Logan Paul wouldn't just beat CM Punk. The man could bend him over and fuck his arsehole, and CM Punk wouldn't be able to do a damn thing about it. Like, they let CM Punk get in the cage with having no fighting background at all. At least Logan is a genuine athletic beast, has wrestling, and is learning boxing. I'm sorry, he's already better than CM Punk, and he sold pay-per-views. I don't even want Logan to do this. Do you know what I mean? I think he should probably go into the wrestling, like WA or some shit like that. The UFC isn't a place to mess around and try and be an entertainer. Do I think he could win a world title? Fuck no. To be quite honest with you, unless Logan shocks the fucking world, no, I don't. But do I think he could go in the UFC and beat fighters of a similar career level to him if they did what they try to do with CM Punk, which is match him up with an 0-0 guy, a 1-0 guy? Yeah, like when you stand next to Logan Paul, the guy's like bigger than Michael Bisping, more ripped. He's like a Luke Rockhold type build. Like, and this isn't fucking bodybuilding, but the guy has some experience and he's selling pay-per-views. They're gonna be interested in signing him. MMA fans can bitch and cry about this event all they want. I'm seeing boxing fans get so pissed off by KSI and Logan Paul. Why? It's just a YouTube event. They're not real boxers. The only reason boxing fans are genuinely getting annoyed is because that event has done better and will do better than most actual boxing events this year. That shouldn't be a knock on the YouTubers. That shouldn't be a knock on the fact that they don't know what they're doing, they're not real boxers, and all these things that's being said about them. That should be a knock on actual boxing promoters and boxers. If you're a real boxer who's skilled and you can't sell as many pay-per-views as guys who don't know what they're doing, that's your problem with your career, not their problem. So don't fucking bitch and moan about these guys anymore, because quite honestly, I'm fucking sick of it. These YouTube boxers are getting more young eyes watching boxing than any boxing event in the last 10 years. I mean, that is the demographic that boxing is struggling to get more and more because the UFC have been swallowing that demographic whole and leaving nothing for boxing for quite some time. So boxing fans should be grateful for this because young YouTube fans will be watching this and thinking, God, this is entertaining, and these guys aren't even professionals. Imagine how good it is to watch some of the great boxers now. They're more likely to bring you fans than to take anything away from you guys. In YouTube, we've managed to get the two biggest names to get in a ring with each other and brave losing and brave the humiliation that could come with that to put on a show. You can't even do that in fucking boxing. Joshua and Wilder won't get in a ring with each other when they're professional boxers. That's their fucking job. And yet they won't get in a ring with each other, and these two YouTubers will. You want to worry about boxing and not fucking YouTube, mate, because it's a shambles at times. I hope that these events bring young fans to boxing. I hope young boxers look at what these guys have been able to achieve in marketing themselves and realize you don't need Eddie Hearn for everything. You can actually build your own profile up quite quickly by putting yourself out there on the internet and being who you really are, which is indicative of why Tyson Fury and people like that are the biggest names, because they're personalities, and that's all these guys are. They've got no fighting skills by comparison to the top boxers, but their personalities sell the fight, and more boxers need to try and do the same. In the real boxing world, everything is you're sucking at the teat of Dana White or Eddie Hearn, hoping that they will make your career. These kids under 25 years old have went and put on their own event and got 800,000+ pay-per-view buys, like GSP level shit, and done it on their own. Like, that should be commended. That is entrepreneurial boss level shit. So if anyone's got a problem with that, you're just a hater. And if you keep watching something and bitching about it, then bitch you're a fan. So deal with it. It's frustrating for me because we've been doing these events, football events, all these sort of things. Nobody cared when they sold out Wembley for a football event or whatever. As soon as it's boxing and fighting, they're so territorial over, you can't come in our sport unless you've been killed in the gym before. And fair enough, I respect fighting so much, but let these lads put on the event and let them do what they want. Like, just so I'm fucking clear on everything I've said here, I don't think Logan should go in the UFC. It's a fucking hard sport. This guy's being a vlogger. It requires 100% dedication, and I don't know if that's the move for him personally. Boxing wise, I think that these guys put on a great show for what it was and should be encouraged to keep doing things, to keep breaking ground and not slated for it. That's just my opinion. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.
Motherfuckers wanna see me dead. Motherfuckers wanna see me in the feds. Bitches wanna give me head. Dollars in my bank account. Sound scan the first